There's no there. Those were the president's words this week when he was asked about the classified documents found over the last few months at his Delaware residence and a private office in Washington, D.C. But this morning, it turns out there is even more there than first thought. Federal investigators from the Department of Justice seized more than half a dozen items from the president's Wilmington home on Friday, including some documents marked classified, after an extensive but consensual 13-hour search of the property. The president's personal lawyer disclosed the information last night, saying some of the records were from Biden's time as senator and some from when he was vice president. The search of a sitting president's home dramatically escalates the political fallout, if not the legal problems, after the White House consistently tried to downplay the significance all week.
Well, it looks like things are finally beginning to implode for Joe Biden. We're going to see the latest tranche of unauthorized classified documents found in his home. We're going to see the escalating calls for his resignation, and make sure to stick them to the very end of this video when we'll find out how Biden's legal defense is already crumbling as we speak, leaving no place for him to hide. Kind of like those documents. You're not going to want to miss this. Over the weekend, Justice Department investigators found 6 more classified documents in Biden's Delaware home, bringing the total now to 30. That's 30 documents that Biden, either as vice president or possibly as early as when he was senator, did not have the authority to remove from secured locations. These documents have thus far been found in 4 different locations: a closet, a garage, a personal library, and a yet disclosed new location at the Wilmington residence this weekend. Elon Musk suggested it might be a shorter list where classified documents have not been found in Joe Biden's personal possession. I mean, this is getting, frankly, insane. It's now being reported that the Justice Department is actively considering searching more locations associated with Biden for illegally stashed classified documents. Do you think so? I wonder why. The exact locations have yet to be disclosed, but they, of course, all are associated with Biden. And that FBI investigation is just one part of this full court press to push Biden out of office. Over the weekend, more and more Democrats have been busy doing their part, throwing Biden under the bus.
I want to turn to the new classified documents that the FBI found at the president's house in Delaware. It was a 13-hour search that happened on Friday. It's just the latest revelation of the president having classified items that he shouldn't have. You've been in Congress for 40 years. You've handled classified material for a lot of those years, probably most of them. How concerned are you about this?
Well, I'm concerned. There's a standard that we follow when it comes to members of Congress and classified information. The door to my office is closed. The person who presents the document to me takes it out of a locked briefcase, hands it to me, and watches as I read it. When I finish reading it, he takes it back and puts it in the briefcase and leaves the scene. I mean, that's how carefully we review these documents. To think that any of them ended up in boxes in storage one place or the other is just unacceptable.
That was the insufferable Democrat Dick Durbin. And as you could see there, even CNN itself, the most distrusted name in fake news, is piling on as well. The legacy media is now openly asking the question, is it time for old Joe to go? Is it time for him to resign? It does look like we are seeing our first resignation. The New York Times is reporting that Biden's chief of staff, Ron Klain, is planning to step down in the coming weeks. Rumor has it that he's been blamed for sabotaging Biden over his mishandling of the document scandal, and that he was indeed asked to resign either by Biden or someone who's actually in control at the White House. Regardless, it is the most significant resignation yet from the Biden administration, and it indicates that things are indeed shaky in the White House as we speak. In the absence of Biden's own resignation, Marjorie Taylor Greene had this to say, quote, I was the first to say impeach Biden and the first to introduce articles of impeachment. Soon, we are starting our investigations. My advice to Joe, resign now, because we're going to show the world the depth of your corruption and how you've abused your power. So we got the FBI investigating Biden. We, of course, have the special counsel that's just been appointed by the Justice Department that's investigating Biden. We've got the Republicans in Congress who are chairing oversight committees that will be investigating Biden. Do you see a little pattern here? But perhaps most significantly, we've got Biden's entire case, his entire defense actually blowing up right before our very eyes. You're not going to believe this. But first, have you ever heard of something called a data broker? I mean, I had no idea, but these guys are middlemen who collect and sell your online user profile to various companies. They sell your browsing history, your online searches, even where you're located. But for me, the most disturbing thing is they actually sell our data to the Department of Homeland Security and to the IRS. Now, the beauty here is all we need to do to hide from this is hide our IP address, our unique internet protocol address, and that is where our amazing friends over at ExpressVPN come in. ExpressVPN enables you to hide your online presence by encrypting 100% of your network so no one can track your online activity. And the best part is how easy it is to use. It literally just takes one click to protect all your devices. And they've got a special limited time offer just for us. Click on that link below or visit expressvpn.com/Turley and you get 3 extra months absolutely free with that exclusive link. You can literally get 3 months absolutely free just by clicking on the link below right now. But it's a limited time offer, so don't wait. Click on that link below and secure your online presence today. George Washington University legal professor Jonathan Turley is sounding the alarm that Biden's legal defense over the handling of these classified documents is indeed imploding, and with it, any rational defense for his actions. For weeks now, the Biden White House has been telling us there's no there. There's nothing to this. The classified documents, they were just stored, quote, inadvertently. Biden, quote, inadvertently took the documents with him after his time as vice president or senator. But Turley's noting that the evidence is literally militating against that defense, the defense he's calling the immaculate possession defense. Right now, as I mentioned, we have 4, not 1, not 2, 4 locations where classified documents were stashed. The closet, the garage, the library, and the new location of the Wilmington residence over the weekend. As Turley pointed out, this suggests that they were transferred more than once and sent to different locations for a purpose. Now, that purpose appears to be Biden's memoirs. Biden has been working over the years on a book that discussed subject matters like China and Ukraine, and yet Biden insists that he had no knowledge whatsoever that he was in possession of these documents or that he ever interacted with them after his vice presidency. In other words, the documents just miraculously appeared in every spot where Biden worked or lived over the last 10 years. The immaculate possession, over and over again. And Turley pointed out that if any witness or forensic evidence shows that Biden did indeed come in contact with any of these documents over the last 10 years, his whole dubious defense collapses. And it's over. So obviously we'll be keeping a very, very close eye, very interested eye in how things develop here. But it does appear that Biden, like the documents, no longer has any place to hide. As always, make sure you smack that bell and subscribe button. You'll definitely want to check out my latest video on Steven Crowder exposing the Daily Wire. I get into what's really going on here. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to click on that link and I'll see you over there. God bless.